one of the things what we also said was we should tax high pollution companies who pollute a lot all across the world, and we should tag these companies and use the money to invest in renewable resources. Then we discussed recycling. Would we make recycling a part of the law, and whether or not you should be punished or should you be rewarded for recycling? And we came up with that it would be better if you were rewarded for recycling, being that if you, like they do in Finland already, when you bring in a certain amount of plastic bottles, you get a certain amount of money back. And we should put this in every country's law, that something like this gets people motivated to recycle their plastic bottles.
J'avais juste une question en fait à propos des énergies
I have a question about renewables, talking about paying levies for polluting companies, but in France it's pretty difficult to get companies as it is. Don't you think if they had to pay levies, they'd go elsewhere, they'd relocate somewhere else, and that would even make things, the recession, worse in France than it already is?
I think I didn't really clear that one out. We were thinking about if companies pollute a lot, they do this probably because it's cheaper for them. So if we would tax on the pollution, they would immediately try to resort more to recycling and renewable energies and less polluting less. That's not really the tax that we want to put in, but it's like more the focus that the big companies who pollute a lot would pollute less with this tax.
We would also like to suggest something that might sound like a taboo subject, but if you please listen carefully, you'll understand. We are asking for the legalization of prostitution. What that means is there is going to be a respective legislation. So victims of abuse in the work area of this profession can report these cases of abuse and have them faced. That also means that women or men that wish to work as prostitutes will have to undergo medical tests to check for sexually transmitted diseases, so that they're not allowed to work as that if they are positive. That means that this taboo profession will be much cleaner and much fairer. Thirdly, and most importantly, we're asking for equality. Equality in gender, sexuality, race, religion, physical or mental disabilities, even professional occupation and education. Not only organizations and committees of small power should work to fight for equality, but we believe that the European Union itself should take measures, vote laws, to ensure equal opportunities for every citizen of the European Union family.
Well, you don't think that with this way you encourage prostitution?
If you ask me, already people who are doing this job weren't exactly dreaming of following this career. The conditions made them go to that path, or they were forced, in which case legalizing would have the results mentioned before. But again, people who work as prostitutes maybe didn't have any other way to pay their bills, to make a living, to eat. So the people who already, I don't think that more people, or people that didn't really need to be prostitutes, will now suddenly decide to be because it's legal.
About the prostitution, you said that one prostitute is maybe poor, maybe don't have a home, food, etc. In the same way, I can sell drugs, and maybe I'm poor, I don't have a home, and that's why I sell drugs. I mean, I don't get this.
selling drugs means that you're gonna cause harm to someone. Selling your body by your own choice without causing harm to anybody is not the same at all than spreading something, a heavy drug, a hard drug, for example, that's gonna cause people to even die. It's not causing harm if it's your choice. The only harm that could happen is to your body, but if it's your choice, then yes, you made that choice. It's not forcing other people or enabling other people to harm themselves.